welcome back to the vlog. So I know I have not been on here all that recently talking about my bikini competition prep or anything like that, and I have a reason for that because of the fact that I wasn't actually truly in prep yet. I was in a thing called pre-prep. So pre-prep is basically where you're just in a cut, you're kind of doing all the things that you need to do in order to lose the weight in order to start prep for a competition. But I have something very exciting that I want to talk to you guys about today, and I want to update you guys on all things prep, on all things bikini competition, and I want to actually walk you through a couple of little things that I have to do every single day, you know, in order to prepare for my competition coming up. If you guys are new here, make sure that you subscribe and hit that little notification bell up at the top just so you get notified anytime I post a video. But anyway, I'm about to start my morning off and go and practice my posing. I have had 2 posing sessions with my coach so far, and they've both went amazing. So now I'm kind of just practicing every day to make sure that I'm getting better, to make sure that I'm not forgetting any of the steps. And obviously as we get closer to competition, we'll start, you know, fine-tuning things even more. So come on along and I'm gonna take you through my journey of posing practice. Alright, so right now, of course, you can tell that I'm pretty much nowhere near perfect when it comes to my posing, but that's why I practice, you know, every day, every other day, just to make sure that I'm trying to perfect it. Every single week when I have my check-in with my coach, I obviously send her all of my check-in information when it comes to my nutrition and how my training is going and all of those things. But then on top of that, I also send her a text message or a video message of my posing, of my routine and everything, so she can look it over, critique anything that she needs to critique, you know, tell me what I'm doing good, what I still need to work on, and all of those things, and then I make those changes. Practice them throughout the week, and then hopefully perfect them for the following week when I send her my next video. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm obviously not wearing my competition heels yet. I am just wearing a pair of like normal heels that I wear any other day. So I have actually not purchased my competition heels yet, but I did just recently talk to my coach about when she thinks I should start purchasing them, and she actually said that I could purchase them now. So I'm really excited for that. So I've been looking online to figure out what kind of heels I want, and I'll definitely be updating you guys on that and maybe getting your opinion on what kind of heels you think would look nice up on stage, or if you've had any heels that you've used that you would prefer over other heels. Anyway, I am starving, so I'm gonna go and bring you through what I've been like literally craving for the past month or so and eating every single morning for the most part. And then I'm going to give you my little updates that I have for you guys. right, so as you can see, this is legit my favorite breakfast that I have, like pretty much every single morning, unless like I'm in a rush to leave somewhere or something like that, then usually I'll just grab like a yogurt and a protein bar or something. But for the most part, I try to have something that's a little bit more like heavier like this. I am a total breakfast person. I like to eat like a lot of food in the morning for breakfast. And as you saw on my Chronometer app, that's the app that I use to track all of my macronutrients on. It's pretty balanced. It's a good amount of protein, it's a good amount of carbs, a good amount of fat. All throughout, I have the strawberries, I have for carb, I have my protein pancakes for protein and carbs, and I also have my turkey bacon for a little bit of fat, nothing crazy, some sugar-free syrup, and some whipped cream just to top it off, just to add a little extra touch to it. Throughout this whole entire process, I have had like kicks like this. When I first started my cut, I was really on like doing tuna fish wraps for lunch. Like I would have a tuna fish wrap like almost every single day, every other day for lunch, and it was just the most amazing thing. And then I kind of just like got out of that kick, and then I started making these protein pancakes in the morning that I have like all the time. And then for lunch now, usually I'll have like a veggie burger or a bean burger with some like sweet potato fries and a vegetable, like another vegetable and stuff. So yeah, like I've noticed that I've kind of gotten into these like little cravings where I'll start eating the same thing every single day because I just love it that much. But this is super easy to make, very quick, and totally delicious. So I'm gonna go and eat my breakfast real quick, and then I'm gonna update you guys on all of the fun and exciting facts about competition. Here is for the information you guys have all been waiting for, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about it. If you haven't watched my most previous video about my prep journey or my pre-prep journey, my bikini competition journey, make sure you go and check that out so you can see kind of like where my journey has taken off from. To start off, I first want to tell you, before I tell you what my macros are right now, I want you all to know that my macros are specifically designed for me. Not everybody's macros are going to be the same. So I don't want you to see my macros that I'm going to post up here on the screen and all of a sudden try to, you know, track those macros for yourself, because everybody's macros are different depending on what kind of goals they have, depending on their body composition, depending on their gender, their age, their height, their weight, all of those things. Macronutrients are going to be different for every single person. So for you to just take my macronutrients that I put up on the screen and try them for yourself, I'm gonna guarantee you it's more than likely not going to work. It might not be sustainable enough for your body, and you might do more harm than good to your body by using them. If you are really interested in actually tracking your macros and starting to get into a nutrition routine or a fitness routine or anything like that, I am a personal trainer and a nutrition coach. I own my own online business. It's called SW Evolution Training, and if you are interested, I am taking on a couple more clients for online nutrition and training coaching, or one or the other. So if you are very interested in doing something like that, I will have a link down below in the description that you can click on. Please just know that every single person's macronutrients are very specialized to them, and it is much better to work one-on-one with a coach who actually knows what they're doing, who can help you achieve your goals, rather than trying to guess it and really messing up your body and messing up your metabolism. Since last time, since talking to you guys, it's been probably about a month and a half, 2 months now, there have been a lot of different changes. So since last time, I have actually gone through a thing called a diet break. So essentially my macros were kind of increased back up to what they once were when I had first started, and honestly it was like the best thing ever, because I was getting to the point where my macros were getting pretty low and I wasn't really eating a lot throughout the day, and it was getting a little bit harder, so it was definitely needed. And so we did a macro break, and then right from there we kind of started cutting again, just because my body actually handled it so well. I really didn't put on too much weight during this diet break. During a diet break, everybody is different. You can put on weight, you can maintain your weight, you can lose weight. It really just depends on how the body reacts to it. We were able to start cutting right from there again. And so ever since then, I have been cutting again, and I'm down decently low again in my macros. So right now, this week, I am down to, my protein is 130 to 140 grams. My carbs are between 160 to 170 grams, and my fat is between 50 to 55 grams. I am starting to get a little bit low with my carbs. You know, I'm still able to eat things that I enjoy. I'm just not able to eat as much of it. And that's essentially what tracking macros is. It's being able to still enjoy all of the things that you like to eat. You don't have to restrict, you do not have to cut certain things out. You're just eating things that are more nutrient dense, that are better for your body to achieve, you know, your goals. And you're doing it in a way that's not restrictive. So you're still able to eat the things that you enjoy. Like, to be quite honest, up until this day, I eat M&Ms like almost every single day because that's something that I just enjoy, and I have a sweet tooth and I enjoy eating chocolate, so I make sure that I fit M&Ms into my macros every single day just to get that little sweet tooth kick out of my system. All right, so I know a lot of you are probably thinking to yourself, oh, Jess, when is your competition going to be? All right, so I do have some updates for you on that. So recently I was talking to my coach, and you know, the reason why we haven't chosen a competition date just yet is because I do have a lot of things going on this summer. If you guys follow me on any social media platforms, you'll know that I did get married last year like I was supposed to. But, you know, with COVID and everything happening, we ended up having to elope. But we do still plan on having like a big wedding celebration this year to celebrate with all of our family and friends and all of those who couldn't attend last year. So with that being said, we are still doing a lot of the things that we couldn't do last year this year. So we are still planning on having a bachelorette weekend. I'm in my friend's wedding, so I have a bachelorette weekend that I'm going to this summer for her as well. I have mine and Tanner's second wedding that we're going to be celebrating together, and then we also have a honeymoon that we're going on. And then last but not least, I have my friend's wedding coming up in October. So I have like 5 different events going on right now, and it's been tough trying to come up with a competition date just because all of those events are happening so close to one another. When you are in prep, you need to make sure that you are hitting your macros to a T. You cannot go out and substantially drink. You cannot, only track partially what you're eating and then not track the rest of it. Like, you need to make sure that you're tracking your macros to a T, that you're training every single day like you're supposed to, that you're getting your cardio in. And also, like 5 to 6 weeks before a competition, you're not even allowed to go out to restaurants and eat out at restaurants because you need to make sure that you're being that accurate with your macros. That being said, it has been really hard to try to come up with a competition date, but we do have something in mind. I'm not going to give the exact date just yet, but I will say we are looking for a competition in October. It is going to be a little bit difficult, but I know I can do it. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm going to be committed and nobody's gonna stop me. So with the fact that we have a potential competition date coming up, we have been talking about all of those fun things like hair extensions and shoes for competition and a bathing suit, like my competition bathing suit, and all of those fun things. So I have been looking at some things. I do have a color in mind that I want for my bathing suit. I do have some shoes in mind that I'm thinking of getting, but I'm not quite sure just yet. And I was talking to my hairstylist trying to get some ideas of hair extensions and what I should do with hair extensions, like whether I should get permanent hair extensions put in or if I should just get like a halo or clip-ins or what. So she did recommend to me to not get permanent hair extensions because of how expensive they are. I am looking at possibly getting clip-in extensions. So she gave me a brand of hair extensions that are actually really good, and she was telling me like, all right, your hair color is this, so you should look at getting these types of hair extensions, and because of your thickness in your hair, you should get these types of hair extensions. So I definitely plan on updating you guys on all of that. If you guys have questions, please let me know down in the comments. Things are starting to get so much more real. I'm about like anywhere between 20 to 23 weeks out. I did get a new training routine since the last time I talked to you guys as well. So I actually do resistance train 6 out of every 9 days. So typically how my training split looks is I work out 2 days, I have a rest day, I work out 3 days back to back, I have a rest day, and then I work out another 1 day, and then I have a rest day. I have been doing so well in the gym. My body composition has changed tremendously. My starting weight, when I started all of this, when I started my cut and everything, I was around like 165 to 167 pounds. This morning I weighed in at 139.6, I think it was. So I've lost almost 30 pounds, but my body composition has changed so much. I've lost so many inches within these past couple of months. I'm able to do so much more. I've literally like doubled the amount of weight that I'm lifting in some exercises that I'm doing. I can actually do unassisted pull-ups now, which I've never been able to do. I could do like up to 5 unassisted pull-ups now. Like, what? who am I? Like, hello. I'm super excited about all of these things to come. I plan on giving you guys plenty more content to come. If you guys have any questions for me, make sure to drop them down in the comments down below so I can answer them for you. Make sure you go and follow me on my Instagram because I post a lot more updates on there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm so excited for this, and I will see you guys in the next one.